Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sushi Go Party. Maybe you've heard of Sushi Go. Maybe you've heard of Sushi Go Party. But if you have heard of Sushi Go, but not the party version, this is just a huge version of Sushi Go with a lot more cards, can accommodate more people. So let's dive on into it. So this is just a quick overview. I will be doing right after this a full game tutorial of how to play as well. But Sushi Go Party, there's a decent amount involved here. One thing that's pretty cool is looking through this rulebook, it's designed really well. I love the way that they design these cards and stuff like that. It's just fun to get out and play. So you've got this game board right here, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tokens right there of various colors that you can use around the board here to track your score. And then you have a bunch of cards. I think the design in the box for organizing them could have been better, but it's not horrible. So that's just something I'm going to mention. Honestly, I would probably prefer just to have like rubber bands and keep everything organized, or bags or something. I don't know. That's just me. So you're going to have these tiles, I guess is what I would call them, and you can see the backs of these are various colors. And so these let you know what category they're in. So you can see on the board here, these two are specials. And so when you're playing a game, some of these specials with the orange back, you're going to pick 2 of those and actually insert them into these slots right here. So appetizers, we have 3 appetizers, put them in there. We have 1 dessert, and we need 1 roll. So we'll take a roll and put them in there. So every single game, the thing that I love about this game and the thing that makes it a little bit tricky is that there's so many different cards, and you only use, these are all of the cards that we're not using right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's 22 different sets of cards, and you only use 7 per game. Well, there's 23, but you use nigari. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. You use that every single game. And so you have 7 different ones that come out every game. So I love that you can mix and match this game so much. But the thing that's hard is when you're playing, you have to go through all of these, and you have to say, okay, here are, let's see, what are we playing with? We're playing with, these are what cards are these? We're playing with, and you're going through and you're like, okay, we don't need those. Hey, we need these 3 cards. Perfect. Don't need those. Don't need those. Menus. Oh, okay, I need the menus. And okay, I don't need these cards. So you're going through trying to figure out what cards you need. And so the initial setup and teardown of just organizing cards can be something that can be fun, or it can be a hassle depending on the person you are. Myself personally, I don't really mind it. I enjoy sorting cards. I enjoy putting away games, which is super funny. I don't know, maybe I just enjoy being more specific about the way that I am playing the game, putting things together, that kind of stuff. So you're going to take all your cards that you're playing with and put them all in one stack. Let's say, and this is the thing, when you're playing the game, you're shuffling all these together. So all these cards that are nicely organized right now, I'm going to take all of those and shuffle them together. And so you're going to have to sort them afterwards or play with the same set of cards. But we'll just shuffle these a couple of times, and this is how the game's played. Depending on how many people you're playing with, you each get a certain number of cards. Let's just start with 5 right there. I think a 2-player game you play with 10. So this is not completely accurate, but it is just a touch and a taste here of what you would be doing. And this is really, really interesting. So you're looking at your cards, you're seeing what they do. You take one and you place it face down in front of you. Your opponent does the same thing, and then you switch hands, and then you take one from there and put it down. So you flip it in between each round. I didn't say that. Sorry. You flip it in between each round. I put one face down. they put one face down, we switch hands, we flip them, and so you're trying to get the best score that you can with those cards, and you play 3 different rounds. So if you've played Sushi Go, you're familiar with that style of gameplay. One thing that I think is way different is the board. Just not the board itself does much, but you just have different cards that you're playing with every single time. So if you like Sushi Go and you want a more in-depth version, this is way more in-depth. So much you can do, just so much more of this game. Something I think is really, really nice that they did here is card selections. You have a bunch of different selections of their own sets of cards in here that you use, which is really, really helpful. So my first meal, it's a mellow menu that goes down easy for first-time players. You have Sushi Go, the classic menu from the original game, Party Sampler, Master Menu, Points Platter, Cutthroat Combo, Big Banquet, Dinner for 2, or you can always create your own menu. So there's so many different set types in here that you can start with, or you can just do your own different thing. So that is the basic concept of this game. It is super, super fun. I love the replayability of this game. Is one of the best that I've seen in a long time, just because you only use like a third or a fourth of the cards that you use about a third of the cards that you are given each game. And so there's so many different combinations and different things you can do with that. And I love that this is a game that can work really pretty well with 2 players as well. My wife and I play a lot of games together, don't always have other people to play with, so I love the fact that you can really accommodate a lot of different numbers. So really, really fun game. Hopefully that gave you guys a touch and a taste of what it is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.